Hello, Mike Daniels here with Rancho Coastal Properties, and today we're going to talk about inheriting a property or being gifted a property. It's typically called the accidental landlord. So let's find out today if that's something that you want to do, or maybe you'd be looking for some professional management. If that's the case, we'd love to be a resource for you. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, your role as a landlord, you have to ask yourself, are you ready to take this on? It may not be as easy as you think it is, or it may be extremely easy if you're going to rent it to maybe a family member, but that has a whole host of other dynamics involved. But there's a big legal and financial obligation that you're about to undertake. So know your rights and familiarize yourself with all the new tenant laws that there are in California. We're here in October of 2024, and just this year, I believe 5 or 6 new laws came out to protect tenants. So familiarize yourself and don't get caught doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. Otherwise, you could be opening yourself up to fines or even litigation on behalf of the tenant. Okay, so decide if you have the time and the expertise before you decide to take it on. All right, so the next one, tenant screening and management. So you have to find out everything you can possibly find out about your tenant. So a professional management company would typically do the screening for you and find the tenant for you, and they do a background check. Like here at Rancho Coastal Properties, we do an employment check, credit check, background check, criminal check, all of these things to make sure that the tenant is in good standing and is going to be able to provide you with years of great tenancy. Okay, so thorough screening is extremely important. Make sure you know how to complete the lease agreement. So the lease agreement is fairly involved, and if you decide to self-manage, maybe it might be a good idea to hire an attorney to have the attorney write it up for you. Obviously, if you had a professional manager, the manager would write the lease up for you and you would okay it. Keep in mind that you're going to be 24/7 if you decide to be the self-managing type of person. If the tenant calls you at 3 o'clock in the morning, said the water heater is blown up and it's leaking all over the place, that's something that you'd have to do. If you're going to be going on vacations, if you like to vacation or you have a social life, then that time might be cut into managing the property itself. Okay, so maintenance and repairs. So one thing you want to do as a new property manager, if you're self-managing speaking, is you're going to want to take really good care of the property, because the value of the property and the tenant being happy go hand in hand. So if your property's in great shape, then you can ask top rental rates for it. If the property is not, then the tenant's going to be unhappy. You won't be able to charge as much for rent, and the tenants aren't going to stick around. Okay, so legal obligations. So California law requires landlords to maintain a habitable premises for the tenant. Emergency repairs, get ready for unexpected costs that might come up. That's going to be true whether or not you self-manage or have professional management. But when you do have professional management, you'll have reliable vendors, like the vendors that we work with, the plumbers, electricians, handymen. They're all licensed and they're on standby, and we can get them over to the property real fast to have a good turnaround and make sure that the problem's fixed as soon as possible. Okay, so if you're considering self-managing, good for you. Try it out. And if it's not something that you want to take on after you try it, we'd love to be a resource for you here at Rancho Coastal Properties. But before you sign any sort of professional management California agreement with a property management company, we have an 8-point special report for you that you should read before you decide to sign anything. And what it'll do is these 8 topics will make you aware of things that you should ask your prospective property manager, so that you're in the driver's seat and you know what you're signing and you know what to expect from the property manager. So once again, Mike Daniels with Rancho Coastal Properties. I hope this really helps you, and I wish you all the best. Goodbye now.